Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tammie Jean stream. Thank you all for being here. Tonight is the awards show. I started the awards show last year, kind of like as a look back at just all of the cool videos that I had played over the year before on the live stream. And I thought it was kind of fun, so I thought I'd do it again. But it was really hard to kind of like get my shit together in January. I was doing year in review, and that's a lot of editing. And then to do the award show, also a lot of editing. I actually didn't know if I was going to get to it this year because the beginning of this year was just kind of crazy. But I couldn't sleep last night. I've been working late too. I worked until like 5:30 or 6, and I still felt like pretty awake. And then I just started editing for tonight. So I did it. I'm disorganized though. Usually I write myself some little notes and I put everything like in the order that I'm going to show. I did none of that. But I'll get through it. Let me say hello. I saw that Donald was first. Like really first? Like not like other people who claim to be first when they are not, but the absolute first. Thank you, Donald. Grumpy was here early too. Thank you, Lloyd. Good to see you. And Mr. Skyfly. Hey there, Joel. Lambo Drives Zambo also here early. And Robob was here early. Possibly lurking. But might have to, maybe he's working. I'm not sure. Bud Bieber is here. Nice to see you, Bud. And Joe Merica always remembers to say hi to the pets. They're right around here too. Well, Jasper just went out for a walk, but Ice was just like lurking around here because I feed the feral cats. And I just fed them about 20 minutes ago. So he was downstairs yelling out the back door to them. And then he came up here to my office window and he was trying to get, a look from a different angle at them. So he was just up here talking before I went live, but of course he left because that would have been content. Let's see. Jim's droning is here. He said he was actually first and he watched Don type all that crap in the chat. Jim, you're funny. Lee is here. Yellow Rose Drones. Fly Zone FPV is here. Good to see you, Michael. Jimbo Shard is here. Taking a break before I have a heart attack. Moving really, really sucks. That is the truth, Jim. That's the truth. I hope to never move again. There was a period of like 5 years where I think I moved like 5 times and it was just horrible. Like I don't want to ever move again. It's just too much. The only good thing about it is like I don't know. I get rid of a little more crap every time I move. I'm like, why am I still moving these boxes? So that's the plus side. But other than that, Dominic is here on my phone, so can't tag. Dominic is here with 100% participation. That should actually be my top award. I gotta think of something fun to do for Dominic because as far as I know, Dom has never missed one of my streams. So thank you, Dominic. I appreciate that. Let's see. Arco Drone Solutions is here. Rude Dog FPV, good to see you, Rudy. Peter Carroll is here. Hey, Peter. Quick Cat is here. What's up? Editing sucks. Yes, it does. Well, you know what? I actually enjoy editing. But when I have a lot to edit, it starts to feel overwhelming. Like I have some stuff to edit from like last year's road trips. So I think I have a lot of editing that I should do, but someday. Waypoint New England is here. Good to see you, Brian. Jim Thorley is here. Hey there, Jim. Does Jim need a wrench? I think I was supposed to already have the stream up so I could check on this stuff. Yes, he does. Add as moderator. So everyone can go and sub to Jim Thorley. He has excellent content. And also, Master Roshi FPV. Check out his channel as well. Actually, I have to check out his channel because I don't know if I've been to your channel, but thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Let's see. He said, hola. Nana's Attic is here. Good to see you, Brad. Mr. JRC's. Brant Ariels. Hey, Gary. Oh, you didn't miss much. Just still getting my bearings. Steve Knowles is here. Good to see you, Steve. I think I am to the bottom of the list. So, I say all that to say, welcome to the award show. I made all these little like award intro videos last year, and I thought I was going to reuse them. And I was just loading stuff up into Streamyard like a half hour ago. And I was like, oh, damn, I have all different topics. So I just made a bunch of new little intro videos. I guess, the first year that I did the award show, which is really just me calling out some cool videos. There's no real awards. It's all very subjective. And it's really just for like us here, It's not like there's a wildlife footage category. I didn't scour all of YouTube and the internet to find the best wildlife footage. It's from our group here. And videos that I've played over the year, videos I've checked out over the years. So it's like that. It's for our little community right here. So yeah, I think the first year I had done like bird encounters, vlogging. Like I had all of these categories that like I didn't collect those kind of videos this year. So this year is all different stuff, but a few of the same categories. Where should I even start? Let me see. Let me just check the chat real quick before I get into videos. I have a lot to play, and I feel like they're all really cool. I didn't get to write out in the video description. I didn't get to write out who all's videos I'm playing because there's a lot. I'm not playing full videos. I'm playing clips, like I made compilations. But I'm going to put everyone in the description after the show. I wanted to do it before the show, but that absolutely did not happen. Let me see. I think I saw Nomad Ariel is here. Good to see you, Joe. Philip Koshat is here. Speaking of categories that I didn't do this year, but I think I did last year. I did sound design last year, which of course, Joe Nomad Ariel is superior in that category. Hey, Cool Cat's here. Good to see you, Michael. Okay, did I get to everybody? I did. Okay, for now. So yes, all new categories, but one that is the same is the category that I call calendar shots. And I told this little story last year, how I came up with this, but I'm going to tell it again. It's because of Chris Wedgeworth. I was watching a video of his, I guess 2 years ago now, and the area where he lives is beautiful. One day I will get to the Pacific Northwest, but in his video, he comes upon this scene, which was just so amazing. And like I commented, this timestamp and this timestamp are like calendar shots, like absolutely, like I could just see them on a calendar. Like really, Chris Wedgeworth should make a calendar. But because of that, I started this category called calendar shots. And so during the year, every once in a while, I see a shot that's like, wow, like it's a video, but man, it's like the perfect photo for a calendar. So I picked 12 for a calendar. I'm going to show you the first 6 because it does kind of take a little while, but yeah, I think I'm going to start off with calendar. Did I just like cut myself off with that video? Like, I feel like I was saying calendar shots and I got through calendar and I hit the button. Like an amateur. Let me see. Did I miss everything? Looks like everyone's saying hi to everyone. I like that. And you know what? 2 weeks ago, someone new came into the chat and I said hi, and we all said hi. And he was like, wow, I've never had such a warm reception. So I like that, you guys. I like that. It's very friendly around here. Let me show you the first 6 months, my first 6 favorite calendar shots. It's in a folder, double click. What'd you guys think? Weren't those awesome shots? Like, oh, Jim said great calendar. Jim has such beautiful footage. You definitely have to check out Jim's channel for sure. Yeah, everyone's saying nice, killer. There's yeah, Philip, the community is great. Deneen is here. Hey there, Deneen. Um, how much is a Chris Wedge worth? I'm sure a lot, Michael. Oh, and I didn't say hi to Mercury's here. Good to see you. Oh, I still have my Phantom, but I'll tell you what, it isn't flying right anymore. Like, I feel like I'm maybe a few updates behind. Like, it's starting to scare me. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I have a Phantom 4, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's not getting as much attention on like updates. The last few times I tried to fly it, well, twice it started to like really drift funny, and then one time it just wouldn't take off. No, actually twice. It just wouldn't take off. So I like that drone, but I think he's sitting for now. Oh, and I saw you had a question. Can I drop a link to my Facebook group? Absolutely. Put it in the chat, and well, I'll check it out. I know I will. Let's see. So yeah, like really good stuff. Hey, thank you, Art. Um, it's funny. I had a different video that I was going to use from Mad Max, but then I just saw that one. If you saw, he was like sitting in like the sunrise in a foggy field, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I just saw that video, and I was like, "That is like the best light." And he commented that you should have seen me running across the field to get into position because you know how it is, like a sunrise or a sunset. Like you've got this little window with that beautiful light, and then it's gone. So, um, let me see. Oh, Dewee's here. Good to see you. Um, do IMU calibration. Oh, on my Phantom 4. You know, I was really missing the Phantom 4 because I really like the pictures that it takes, and I still do. But then Max got me the Mini 3 Pro, and I think I feel like I'm seeing more detail. I'm seeing more detail with the Mini 3 Pro. So I guess that's going to be my photography and GPS drone for sure. I think Phantom 4 may be retired. The thing that I did like about it though, very much, is it was so heavy that it could really like hold its own in the wind. So if we were at the river, if it was just like a windy day, the Phantom 4 could hold its position. It I had it up in some decent wind. It did get blown a few times, but uh, most of the time it would just like lean in and take it. That's what I really liked about the Phantom 4. So let's see. Four States Ariel is here. Good to see you. And Jason Laverius, good to see you. He's here all the way from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Good to see you, Jason. So yeah, so we did 6 months. What am I going to show you next though? Because I could show you 6 more months, or I could show you a different category. Maybe. I think I want to look at some wildlife footage. So that's one of those things, like just throughout the year, every once in a while, I saw a really great wildlife capture, and I'm like, I'm going to save that one. I'm saving that one for award day. So here we are. And I made a compilation. I would love for you, if you're not familiar with some of these channels, to go check them out, give them a sub, say, I'm here from the Tammie Jean stream, and hopefully they will sub you back, community type stuff. Let me see. Here we go. Wildlife. These are great. So what did you think? I thought they were so awesome. Yes, Deneen, I saw you made the cut. I love that video of hers. She is going up and down the beach with a Nevada, and as I was watching, I'm like, look at her going straight down the beach, not caring about those birds, and then she got the most awesome shot of them. Um, and yeah, I saw, oh yeah, Art mentioned it, right? You didn't think you were going to see a beaver shot on this show, but there you go. Thanks to Joe Playlock. Yes, a beaver. Um, I also like Prop Bender got those rays. Tom from H4 Services gets a lot of ocean life too, but I thought it was really interesting. Prop Bender got those rays. It almost looked like they were dancing, like they were going around in a circle. I've never seen anything like that. So I thought that was pretty cool too. They were all really good clips. And Paul Wedge and Big with the seals. Like seals are on my bucket list. I love seals. So yeah, right, Jim? Definitely cool shots all around. Um, oh, I saw something else. Oh, yeah, I saw Master Roshi said, ever since I fly racing drones, I don't use photography drones. Well, I feel like, see, I don't fly carbon, so, but I fly the DJI FPV, and when I got into flying with the goggles, I really didn't want to go back to the camera drone. I didn't like looking at the screen. I really liked having goggles on my face. But now that I have the Mini 3 Pro, I feel like I need them both for sure, and I feel like, well, I mean, the screen is so good now. The screen is not like the old screen where I was trying to, like, hide in the shade and try to I think I had, like, an iPad 2 or something I was trying to see when I was flying my Phantom 4. But no, you can see really well with the Mini 3 Pro. And I think I want to get back into taking more pictures again because I haven't taken pictures for a while. The FPV drone doesn't take nice pictures, but I want to get back to that a little bit. I like that. Hey, Robob. Yeah, nice videos, right? I thought so too. All good stuff from the community. Hey, Joe Fotoleo is here. Good to see you, Joe. Let me see. Joe, I just have to say, every time I swing by your channel, I'm like, what's Joe up to? Maybe I could pull a video of his to play in the show, but you love that copyright music. So I haven't played a Joe Fotoleo video in a while. But you know what? I do have like I have a few videos in mind that I want to play, and they're all copyright music. So I think like every once in a while, I'm just going to have like a non-copyright show and play them because I kind of have a little pile of them. Ooh, you got stingrays in Cayman Islands. That's nice. With the Mini 3 Pro, I saw you said earlier in a comment that drone's a little beast. I agree. It's a really great drone. Hey, Bob Casey's here. Good to see you, Bob. Bob actually got an award last year. He and Barkley were the manliest men of the year. That was last year's award show. Hey, Fun Pervol is here. That's pretty good. I know everyone is like very worried about it, and I feel like the patrol has not been unleashed into the parks and shorelines of the country, like looking for people flying their drones without remote ID. But I mean, I feel like it's going to come up when you're flying in like a shady location or maybe someplace like if you were on private property but didn't realize kind of a thing and like you start to be investigated a little bit, or if your drone goes down someplace bad. That would be bad too. But otherwise I feel like it's a non-issue. It's also like I feel like it's a non-issue for me because I fly DJI, but I think I would be a little more upset if I had to put modules like on all of my FPV drones. I feel like I just saw a missing wrench. Yeah. Wow. You know, Dustin, I knew I hadn't seen you in a while, but I guess it's been a real long while because I saw you once recently too, but I didn't realize you were without a wrench. Now you have one. Thanks for being here, Dustin. One Vision Aerial. Um, let's see. Yes, every drone has its purpose. Absolutely. And yes, you need to have like, a little collection. And Drone Psyche is here. Hey, Charlie. I played a little clip of a video about you last week because Night Train asked how to clean his drones because they're all dusty. And I wasn't sure if he was being for real or if it was a joke, but I pulled an old video where they were kind of teasing you about cleaning your drones. And I really wanted to know if you still kept them that clean because you were there with like the Q-tip and the alcohol. I was just wondering if you're still that neat about it. Please let me know. I was so curious. Let me see. Trying to catch up. Okay. Did I get everybody? I think so. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. I agree with you. The GoPro takes very nice pictures with lots of detail. I'm talking specifically about the DJI FPV drone. I don't think it takes good pictures. But yes, a GoPro absolutely does. And I feel like, especially like like we've been to drift a bunch of times, and if you're chasing drift cars, for instance, I feel like you could get better pictures from the drone, from a GoPro, than you can with, all of these guys are standing around with their cameras on the sidelines and out around the track trying to get shots. But I feel like the best ones would actually come from a GoPro for sure. Uh, no hate on the GoPro. I'm just specifically DJI FPV drone is not for pictures, in my opinion. Richard Wagner is here. DJI doesn't suck. I agree. I love my DJI. Cliff said it sucks. No, we weren't doing any controversy today, Cliff. We're doing the awards show. And you're already like missing good stuff. You're late. Okay. Did I get everybody? I'm trying to scroll down. Joel's back. Johnny Drone Flyer's here. Hey there, Johnny. Oh, is that why? You had a problem with the email address and had to redo the channel. Oh, so this is a new One Vision Aerial channel? Okay, announcement is made. Everyone go sub to Dusty. I didn't realize that you were gone. And I mean, it looks the same. It's the same great logo and everything. But yeah, everyone go sub Dustin's new channel. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. I'm still scrolling. Gosh darn it. I go too slow. I'm sorry. Oh, GoPro sucks. Insta360 cameras rule. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the 360 cameras. Don't you have to like process differently with a 360 camera? Can you get regular video out of it? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about I don't know how I feel about 360 cameras. Oh, your POS is close to your GoPro Hero 7 Black. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. I feel like the GoPros were kind of jumping up in quality, I thought, but in image quality, I'll say, because I had one just kind of burn out on me. It's on the shelf somewhere. Actually, it might be right up there. I don't know. I have a GoPro. I think I had a 7, and then I upgraded maybe to like a 10, and it just like overheated and died. I don't know. I don't know. I was pretty disappointed about that because I think I spent some decent money on a GoPro and I was pretty excited about it. And then, yeah, it died. You still occasionally clean them when dirty, but not like you used to. Oh, you clean your GoPro more than quads. Well, camera has to be clean. But yeah, you were like yelling about, uh, oh, was it inside to out or outside to in? I don't know. There was a process, Charlie. Hey, Peter Carroll gifted out some memberships. Thank you so much, Peter. So far, I have one member's video up, but I have another one I'm going to post. It's just kind of me hanging out with the pets, but I want to be posting regularly for my members. I appreciate you giving out the memberships. That's awesome. Hey, Uncle Bill is here. Oh, you told Dustin only one chance for a sub. Sorry, you lost Jim's sub. Hey there, Uncle Bill. Everything sucks. God damn it. 360 camera allows creativity. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. There is a process. I know. I think it was inside to out. I don't remember. I played it last year, Charlie. This stuff was hilarious. All right, let's do another category. Where to go next? All right, I'm going to move that to the bottom because I did wildlife. How about... Ooh, do you want to see some crashes? Hey, Joe Fotoleo, you still here? You're in on crashes. Yeah, let's go. So dramatic. Yeah, let me show you. These were some of the best crashes that I'm aware of for this year. But, I was thinking if you guys have crashes and you want to send them to me, maybe we could have another crash special again because it's been a while since I did that. But here's the ones I pulled together for tonight. Some of them are a little bit newer. Like I grabbed a crash that Lambo had that was new, but I think the rest of them I pulled from the year. Lambo is in there more than once. And maybe Philip Koshat. I don't remember now. I did this late last night. Let's check it out.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
3-hour journey to catch the sunset. Having flown around the lake, I wanted just one more shot. It was my final pass. Sorry, little buddy. Trees are dicks.
So there you have it. Those are the crashes that I had, but I'm sure there's a lot more out there that like I either didn't see or they weren't sent to me. But yeah, damn trees. Hey, Wedge and Big is here. You know, I did a little wildlife compilation. I don't know if you were here for that, but you were in there with your seals. You don't crash drones. You gracefully kiss walls and trees with props. Very nice. Very nice. If Lambo's in there more than once, it's just a function of his flying skills. I am aware of several Lambo crashes. Let me see. But you love him anyway. That's nice. Just took longer to crash into the banks. I know that was like such a dramatic spin all the way to the ground. Am I the only one who thinks that unless there's something very special in a crash, the FPV crashes shouldn't really be in here? Kind of part of the hobby. Well, it is part of the hobby at the beginning, Cliff. I think if you keep just continuously crashing, I don't know, maybe you're trying to level up your skills and you're trying riskier and riskier stuff, or maybe you're not improving. I don't know. But I think, I think any crash that lands in the water is pretty cool. And I don't know, like, I feel like sometimes you just don't see it coming. Although Lambo's crash into the tree was such a slow-mo crash with like, but he was trying to do the auto tracking and obviously that didn't quite work. You get more enjoyment out of watching camera drones fly sideways into trees. Yeah, but I feel like that is so predictable. Like, I feel like that's when you see camera drones crash. Like, always. Like, when there's a compilation of crashes, it's always a GPS drone going sideways into the trees because someone didn't check. I've come pretty close. Like, I would say I have 2 close calls that I could pull and probably show you where I was going sideways, like I thought I was doing like this nice orbit, and then all of a sudden there's like leaves in front of the camera. I definitely did that twice that I know of. Turtle mode? I don't know, not in the water. Yeah, Lambo, you were in there twice. Great crashes. I had shown the one with the little kid voice on here before, but funny enough, I go to everyone's channel and try to just pull like your channel picture and description and your little @ so people know how to find you. And when I went to your channel, you had another crash up, so I pulled that one too. Let me see. Oh, you missed it? Yeah, that's okay. I just wanted to let you know, I thought that shot with the seals was so beautiful, and that's, like, on my bucket list. I love seals. I would love to get seals. Someday, someday. Um, your FPV crash is still unrecovered. Oh, man. Lambo, do you feel you crash more than others? I'm just curious. I feel like everyone's starting FPV, like, like acro or full manual, whatever you want to call it. I feel like crashing is definitely part of it. Um, What's in a Doug Sisk salad? Oh boy. I would like to know the answer. Oh, you should see my latest crash video with my Bando X. It hit hard and still kept flying. See, that's nice. I feel like that's very satisfying. Uh-oh. I'm on my 4th Mini 3 Pro. You're not supposed to crash the GPS drones. Although, I mean, I feel when you're testing out the auto track, I mean, that was an experiment, you know, it failed, but I feel like, you know, I feel like you can't be blamed for that one. Sea turtle mode. That'd be nice. That's what you need under the water. Yeah. You two both got in there twice. That one where you went straight into the camera that was set up, Philip, that cracked me up. Yeah, that's true too. You really don't see it coming, Richard. Right? If you ain't crashing, you ain't trying hard enough. That's right, Joe. Uh-oh. A Doug Sisk salad, 2 heads of lettuce, a quart of whiskey, and a side of Marlboros. Doug Sisk. Good old Doug Sisk. Did I say hi to Tim Lockman? Good to see you, Tim. Oh, you crashed the most? More than Lambo? A new contest. Thoughts on clone drone Spectre? You know what? I keep hearing people talk about the clone, Bob, and I really don't know anything about it yet. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know. Sounds delicious. Oh, well, Carbon might be the way to go, Lambo. Are you flying Carbon, Lambo? I'm not even sure. Hey, Little Shark's here. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jordy. All hail Doug Sisk. I have that somewhere. I think I still have that up. Yep. All hail Doug Sisk. Channel joke at this point. No one knows what we're talking about, Donald. Hey, Ray Kelly's here. Good to see you, Ray. Hey, you know what? Oh, and Mark White is here. Good to see you, Mark. Since Ray is here, let's do a different category because Ray is in this one. Surprising, but true. Best dress up outfit. Believe it or not, Ray Kelly's in here. I've got 3 people who did a really nice job of dressing up. And Ray was one of them. So let's check out the awards for dressing up.
Hey, welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. I don't know what happened to him, but he asked me to fill in for him. And I want to say happy Halloween to everybody. We got a great show scheduled tonight. I'm telling you, I think you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a little different. I didn't think it was going to be so hard to read the chat with this mascot.
I just bought the world's worst thesaurus today. Not only is it terrible, but it's also terrible. And on that note, me. So if a TV repairman in 3, what do you call 2 octopi that look exactly the same? Identical twin.
We salute you, Mr. Budweiser, head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it queer. 20 years of amazing ad campaigns, And this is where we end
Look
up.
at that. Look at that. That pinky is
What
shot
the
straight
fuck
up.
were you thinking?
And even Uncle Bill. Didn't he look cute and that his hair like done up in there? I thought he looked beautiful with flowers on. You guys. So yeah, those were the 3 dress ups that I found out in the community. I actually think that Jim was doing like a blooper reel on that one that I pulled from. Yeah. Oh, these guys, good sports. Yeah. I know, Uncle Bill. Bill wins. I thought so too. Oh, how many times has Philly Drone Life crashed till he got charged by the FAA? You know, I am fairly new to Philly Drone Life's channel. So I don't know about everything obviously I've heard the news and the charges and the fines and he's going to court. But I would say I only just started checking out his live stream in the past couple of months, and I saw a few of his videos, and number one, I thought they were funny. And number two, he's got the most beautiful shots of Philadelphia. I mean, I guess according to FAA regulations, not everything is on the up and up. But his videos are funny, and he's a really good pilot, and his live streams are entertaining. So I don't know. I don't know. That's all I really. But I haven't been following him for years, so I'm not all fully caught up with everything that's going on. But I will say though that the FAA fines far outweigh whatever, as far as I'm aware, he didn't kill anybody with drones. So I think the fines are ridiculously not relating in any way to misstepping regulation. So hopefully there is a more fair outcome to what has been proposed so far. That's all I have to say about that. Oh, right. South Florida Drone Meetup is soon. Wow, you guys must be packing your bags. It was horrifying, Mark. Bill is sexy. Yes, that's right, Mark. Congratulations to Paul on getting his 107. That was today. He is official as of today. Great achievement. Your studying paid off. Matchmaker Bill. Oh no. I thought it was cute. Even like the look on his face, right, Bob? Like, I don't know. He was wearing it so well. Oh, right, Tim. Yeah, I thought Bill won too. Who was that gorgeous chick? Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Uncle Bill. Mikey, zero crash? Interesting. See? He's a good drone pilot. I thought so too. And I mean, I don't always fly. I mean, I don't live in a city. I have flown in Chicago. It was a little nerve-wracking. And I did crash in Chicago because I don't know, I had a signal issue at one point, but I thought he got the most beautiful footage of Philadelphia, like, and he seemed like a very good pilot. So that was no chick, that was Doug Sisk's wife. Joe said, I was never a fan. Funny in the beginning, but his antics got to be too much. See, that's the part I don't really know, Joe, because I saw a video from him years ago. He had just gotten the DJI FPV and was flying it. And I felt like he was like over the top. Like, I don't know. It was probably just the way it hit me that particular night. I was like, this guy's too much for me. I don't know. So I never really followed his channel or anything. But I went back and saw him recently, and I found him to be entertaining. His live stream was entertaining. There was actually some good discussion going on. And when I saw some of his videos, I was like, wow, these are really nice. So, very hard to prove who's controlling the sticks. Yeah, good point, Ray Kelly. Can't believe people are still talking about Philly. It's getting old. Everyone needs to leave him alone. Yeah, well, I guess because court dates are happening now, Mike, that's why it came back up, because it started a few years ago now, as far as I can remember, but court dates are happening now. I think he just had one and there's another one in April. So that's why it came back up. Oh, you should wear that outfit to the meetup, Johnny said. Making Philadelphia look beautiful is quite a trick. I'm telling you, I thought the videos were really nice. Yeah, I see what you mean, because he's kind of disregarding, what was told to him. Again, from what I've heard, I am not that familiar with the story, but yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to ignore, official word coming down. From what I saw in recent interviews, he felt like he was maybe taking a stand against some regulations that weren't necessarily, what's the word? Common sense, I guess, for drone flyers. I think he felt like he was taking a stand against some things that weren't fair to us. But, when you're the only guy doing it, I don't think, maybe that's not the best way to go about it. Hey, Jody's here. Good to see you, Jody. Yeah, everyone's saying congrats to Paul. I'm still trying to scroll down. Philly played my first drone video ever in a rare viewer play. He was calling you out to the FAA. He thought you were a troll. You know what? That's what I remember about Lambo coming into the community. No one knew who he was, and he just started showing up at live streams. And it's like, who is this guy? And I remember I went and checked out his channel because everyone was calling him a troll. But I went to his channel and he had a really nice video and I liked it. And I think I even played it on my show. And then a week or two later, we were on the panel on Uncle Bill's, and Lambo shows up over there, and everyone's like, "Who's this troll?" And I'm like, "No, he's okay." And I think that was the first time I saw him get a link, and he came on the panel. But everyone is like, there was a new guy coming around. It's like, who's this troll? Let me see. I am too behind. I'm too behind in the chat. Hey, Jerome Up is here. Good to see you, Brendan. Just got back from a flight. Awesome. Hey, Wedge, thank you so much. I intend to fly tomorrow and get footage to post on social media. Thanks for the shout out. You're welcome. And congrats again. I saw everyone was congratulating you. And thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. It's still being talked about because his actions can affect all of us in the long run. Well, I mean, I would love to know how to go about getting some more reasonable regulations, I guess. Like for the longest time, everyone was talking about sheltered operations. Even if you are, let's just say, 2 miles away from an airport, but you're flying FPV below the trees, that sort of thing. There just seemed to be a lot of regulations that people felt were overreach, and how do we combat that? I'm not really sure what the answer is, but I guess he was trying to take a stand of sorts and took possibly a fall. I'm not sure, what the outcome is going to be. I think the next court date's in April. The fines are standard fines per rule breakage. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if counting them up like that is necessarily the most fair way to go about it either. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I'm not saying that I know in any way. The legend of Doug is spreading. Oh, well, I can't read the rest, Mark. Yes, 182,000 is over the top. Like, there's actually a video that I was thinking of making. I might still make it. I might still make it. Hey, Brendan, thank you. Get a coffee. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a little much. Hey, JP Spin is here. Good to see you. All right. I feel like, oh, and Doug Rostad is here. Hey, Doug. I feel like it's time to play another video. And maybe I could catch up with some of the chat while I'm playing it. Let me see what I'm going to play next. I just did dress up. I'm going to move that to the bottom because I don't have a list tonight. Oh, and we saw crashes. How about chases? You guys want to see some chases? I think that's what I want to play next. We're going to play chase. And again, I'm sure there are a lot more chases that I could have played tonight. I went back over the videos that I played on this channel over the past year. So I know in the past I had a crash special. I also had a chase special, and I would love to do that again because I love footage like that. So I say all that to say, let's watch some chases. Oops, there. So, what'd you think? I have to say, chasing is pretty much the funnest thing you can do with an FPV drone. Chasing stuff, and I mean, I've seen people chase not with FPV drones as well. Like we were at the drift track and I saw Deneen chasing cars with her Mini 3 Pro, like it was an FPV drone. I mean, she was whipping that thing around the track like none other. But when you have goggles on and you can really, really see and you can really chase something, cars, bikes, motocross, boats, planes, anything, it's super fun. So I always encourage that if you haven't tried it, like chase something. I feel like it also improves your skills. There was a clip in there from James Ray chasing a plane. Planes are like, well, I thought that chasing drift cars got me better on the sticks because it's variable speed and it's just, there's so much going on that you have to react to or set up for if there's certain shots you want to catch. But when you're chasing like an RC plane, it's all of that variable speeds, but also variable heights. There's so much going on. It's definitely something that improves your skills, but is also just so fun because it's challenging. Oh, you have shielded operations in New Zealand. Yeah. I mean, when you're flying, right above the trees, you're not going to come into some kind of entanglement with an airplane, you know? Oh, thank you, Ray. Yeah, I actually, I have to redo my set a little bit. I recently got given to me a whole collection of vintage cameras. So I have one here. That one's this one is my Nikon. Probably also as dusty as I don't take pictures with my regular camera very much anymore. I usually want to go out and fly the drone, but I do like vintagey things. And yeah, I have this typewriter, but I have like an older Remington out in the living room. I have a few typewriters. I always like them. I don't know. Let me catch up a little bit. Yeah, I think, right? Because weren't they like, I thought they were like 77 or 79,000 back in 2019. They did increase a lot. Yeah, not all of us have Uncle Bill money. You said it. Hey, Lambo, thank you. Doug Sisk for the win. So for anyone who is not here regularly, I had won on Arco Drone Solutions. I won 2 packs of baseball cards, one from 1988, one from 1989. And I opened them up here on the show. Everyone got kind of bored of watching me show what cards I got. But everyone seemed to like me chewing the 35-year-old gum, which was disgusting. But one of my cards is Doug Sisk. And I think Rigor Mortis maybe started it. As I was going through the cards, why won't it come into focus? Yeah. As I was going through the cards and I was kind of like showing them up to the camera, they were kind of like, whoa, 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 you got a Doug Sisk, like as if it was a really, really good one. And yeah, that kind of started everything. Him and Mudball Donald were going back and forth about how great Doug Sisk is, and it hasn't stopped. The 400-foot rule needs rewriting. When 107 pilots can go 400 feet above the highest buildings, recreational pilots can't go above 400 even if the buildings are higher. Yeah, that's one of those ones that has changed quite a bit as well, Mark, because I remember when I first got my 107, God, when did I get my 107? It feels like a lot of years ago. The rule at that time was that for safety, obviously you stay below 400 feet, but if there was a building, you could hug the building because of course an airplane isn't going to fly into the building. So there was almost like this safety zone around a building. But now you can't fly too close to a building. I don't know. It's changed. I actually want to look up the rules again because I feel like, yeah, and I don't know why it would be different for 107s than recreational when it comes to buildings anyway. I don't know. Fly down to South Florida, join meetup and surprise everyone. Ray, I would love to, but I cannot express enough how broke I am because of this house. It's a money pit. It's a money pit. I just spent so much money to get my foundation fixed, and now I might have septic issues on top of that. I couldn't be more broke, right? There's no South Florida drone meetup for me this year. Absolutely not. A Sisk Super Chat is at first. I think so, Don. I think so. Hopefully not the last. And Cliff Field, drone pilots suck. Hey, Cliff Field, take it easy, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. I feel like I've been talking too much. Oh, time to do some flying before the weather here packs in. Oh, okay. Thank you for being here, Cliff. I appreciate you. All right. Well, I'm going to have to catch up at some point because I'm very behind now. Oh, you'll have a few female pilots. Women Who Drone didn't reply to your email. Oh, interesting. I am aware of that group. I have not been in contact with them, but I'm aware of them. That's too bad that they didn't respond. All right. Am I at the bottom? Yes. Do those baseball cards come with the bubble gum? Yes. I chewed it. I chewed the gum. A few episodes ago, I chewed the gum and I described what it was like. It was unpleasant. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I really don't know what's going on. The weight rule needs to be changed. You know what? I feel like I missed a lot of comments, but I'm going to collect all these comments. I would love to know what you guys think about the rules and which rules should change. And if you have any ideas on how to change them, I would love to talk about this. I would love to have a conversation. Oh, this is a long one, so I have to put up here so I could read it. Europe has gone one worse with sub-250 drones can now only go 400 feet above the takeoff point, no matter how high the land gets. It's no longer above ground level. Oh, wow. Huh. $760 miles. Well, I've driven there in the past. I don't know how many miles it is from New York to Florida, but I feel it was a lot. It's definitely a lot. Patiently waiting on the UK rules taking on the sea label. Rules taking on this. Oh boy. You didn't chew any gum, you ate cardboard. Nah, it wasn't even like cardboard. It was crunchy and then it turned into a nasty like powder. It didn't form gum. Whatever it is that makes gum into gum, that all like dried up or leaked out or something, because it was definitely no longer gum. Scrap the rules and let's fly our shit. Yeah, I mean, fly safe. Don't hurt anyone. Don't hurt anyone's property. Don't be a dick about privacy. I mean, I don't know. I think there's like some pretty basic common sense. If we could just follow that, that'd be good. Oh, I feel you want to come from an aggressive angle on that, Mark. Okay, I'm going to play another video. Which one should I play now? Do you want to see some more calendar shots? Maybe I can finish out the calendar shots because there's a lot more pretty stuff to show you. Yeah, I'm going to do part 2 of the calendar shots. If I can get to it. Here we go. Part 2. What'd you guys think of that? Wasn't that some great stuff? I always like that category because sometimes, and I actually, a recent stream, I didn't play whole videos. I played clips and I called it Got the Shot. And it was kind of a similar idea. It's like I'm watching these videos and it's like, this is a nice shot, this is a nice shot. And then all of a sudden it's like, wow, that is stunning right there. This one particular week, it seemed like everyone was getting these stunning shots and I just kind of pulled them all together into a little compilation. Do I only get crashes on this stream? I'm not sure, Lambo. Maybe. Because I actually pulled you for another category, which was excellent night shots. And I didn't get to edit that one yet. So that might be next week. I'm not sure. I had a few categories that I didn't get to edit. And I know that you were at least in excellent night shots. And I'm not sure. I don't remember. It was late last night that I was doing it. And I didn't get to quite finish, but I felt like, let me have the award show before I don't. We're already in March, you know. But yeah, if you're not on anymore tonight, Lambo, I know for a fact I had your Dear Moon video pulled for the night shots. So you pick good music. Sometimes that is harder than editing the aerial footage. Yeah, editing starts with the music for sure. And you know what I do, Bob? I mean, I do use Epidemic Sound, but I think it would be overwhelming to go on there and try to find a song when I'm like ready to edit. So what I do, and I actually just did this yesterday or the day before, I go on to Epidemic and I'll just click through bunches of songs, only when I'm by myself, because it would be annoying. It would be really annoying to like anyone else around, like, you know, what sounds like a bunch of crappy music I'm clicking through. But then it's like, there'll be something about this song that I kind of like. So I download it. Something about that one was grabbing me. So I download it. And I might download like 20 songs. And I put them into categories. Like these are kind of chill, and these are more kind of rock and roll feel, and these are this, and this is acoustic, and that's piano, whatever. And these are kooky. I have some kooky kind of songs, but I put them all in these little folders. So then when I'm ready to edit, I'm not going through all of Epidemic Sound, like 40,000 songs to go through. Like I'm going through songs that I've already kind of pulled for myself. Like I already saw something cool about them. And then it's just finding one that has like the right vibe for me. So yeah, it's kind of like a double process, but having a bunch of stuff already saved onto a folder on my computer totally helps, because at least I know when I'm clicking through those, there's something I like about them. Even if they don't necessarily fit this particular footage, at least I know there's something that I like about it. Ooh. Thank you, Lampo. Hey, Ghost is here. Good to see you, Ghost. Let me see. Where you take off and land from shouldn't be so restrictive or a pain in the ass. Yeah, well, that's really tough, because obviously private property, their private property landowners have a right to say you can't take off or land from this property. So that's a problem. Then you go to public places, and sometimes they're trying to prevent you from taking off or landing, and no national parks, and not from inside of a state park, but right outside the state park you can. So yeah, that does get tricky. That does get tricky for sure. Oh, I agree with this. I agree with this big time, Richard. The VLOS rule. That is, I feel like when I have goggles on, for instance, I already know so much better where my drone is, what's around. Like obviously the one thing that I would worry about in my area, helicopters will fly along the river. Like they'll use the river for navigation. And sometimes like there might even be like a helicopter tour. Like they might be flying lower than they're supposed to, but you can always hear a helicopter. So even though I have goggles on, you can hear a helicopter. And so, the first thing I do is just drop down. Like or small planes. And within the goggles, DJI goggles, it will say, incoming aircraft, or piloted aircraft approaching, and it's beeping and it's alarming. Like it lets you know. So I feel like it's quite safe to be flying with goggles on and beyond visual line of sight when you have the right tech at your hands. If I'm flying line of sight, my eyesight kind of sucks. I'm just saying, if maybe I can still see it, and maybe I can see that there is no air traffic anywhere near it, but I might not be quite sure which direction I'm going, because I can't see that great. So yeah, I would say those rules, I agree with you, Richard. Yep, I agree with you again. Epidemic sucks. Come on, Joe. Epidemic artists are awesome to connect with. Oh, that's nice, Lambo. I hadn't even considered that. But I have some favorite artists on there. Like I have some that I check on to see if they've come out with anything recently, because I've, pulled down a bunch of their songs in the past because I like them. So, very cool. My stuff is all over on Rumble. Oh yeah? Good to see an Aussie video in there. Yeah, well, oh, I have another Aussie. Okay, so now I know which one I'm going to play next. This one includes an Aussie. Peter. The category that I'm going to play next, I called Like Whoa. And these videos are all very, very different, but they are all very, very like whoa. I don't know how else to say it. Like whoa. Yeah. 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 I think I had 4 videos in this group, and one of them is by an Aussie, Skeptical FPV. So here, check this out. So what did you think of those? I thought they were all so cool in very different ways. Yeah, I saw Ghost said, good old skeptical never disappoints. Truth. But you know, it's so crazy. Well, those were all, first of all, those were all videos I've played on the channel before, but I really enjoyed, you know, for different reasons. Skeptical, I just saw a short today or yesterday. I just saw a short, and he put 3 clips, different FPV clips, and asked like which one you like the best. And I said they're all great, but I always, you know, love a building dive. But then he said that the long form of all 3 of those clips are on his channel. And I thought, I'm not sure what the reason is, but I didn't see them. I feel like I may have been a little out of touch in the past few months. Like I feel, usually I go through my subscription feed. Like I specifically look at the people I'm subscribed to, and I look through and I try to catch videos when they come out, but it's hard to keep up with. But yeah, I hadn't seen any of Skeptical's recent videos. So I thought, why haven't I seen those? And then I thought, I haven't seen Chris Wedgeworth either. And I went to his channel. He hasn't been posting that much, but he did post something like 5 days ago. And then he posted a beautiful snowy tree video like a month ago. That I just saw today. So I'm going to have to go back and catch up with Chris Wedgeworth's channel. But I feel like I have to catch up with Skeptical. And then I thought, wow, I really, it might be me. Like, I feel like maybe I haven't been going through the subscription feed as much as I normally do. Maybe I've been missing stuff, but yeah, I definitely have to see what's been going on. He's got a good channel. Yeah, and Mad Max FPV, you guys, if you're not subbed to him, you should be. He's got awesome footage. That footage there I had played on the channel before. He had gone on a camping trip, and he was flying these mountains. Were they called the Three Sisters? I don't know, but Scotland is beautiful. And he just, like, I don't know how he got down into that, like, narrow, what is that? It's not a valley, it's like a crevice. I don't know how he got down in there, never lost signal, got this crazy footage. It was like, I don't know, it almost looked like Star Wars, when they're going between them. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, Bloody Birds. Yeah. That looked like, and I've been to it around here, that looked like the snow goose migration, where they're all on. See, I kind of wanted to do that, but where I went to see the snow geese near here, about an hour and a half away, it was like a national wildlife management area, so no drones. But I wouldn't mind finding another nearby lake and just kind of flying out there and get a close up on them, because it's so crazy when there's like thousands of snow geese and they all take off at once. That's some nutty stuff. Yeah, that's Skeptical FPV. He's got some nice building dives for sure. Yeah, flying into or close to the wildlife. Yeah, well, kind of interesting. You're not obviously supposed to, bother the wildlife. But it's also so funny that like when we went to see the snow goose migration, they were also at that time being actively hunted because they are not endangered in any way. Like when I went to see them, there were about 75,000 snow geese in this one area during the migration, and like the hunters were everywhere. So not a protected bird, sorry to say. So it'd be kind of ironic to be fined for flying a drone near them when the hunters are allowed to shoot them. I'm just saying. Yeah, the birds are frightening. Dude gets so few views. Yeah, truth. There are definitely a lot of people that I've pulled videos for tonight. I feel like their channels do not get the views that they should. Actually, that's going to have to be a future episode on this channel, is channels who don't get the views they deserve. I will put out a poll and I will take nominations. And then we'll play some of their videos on this channel and see if we can get them some more subs. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Glencoe. Yes, that's right, Jim. Thank you. Straddled the gorge. Bird scared the hell out of you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tundra swans too. When I went to see the snow geese, there were, if I remember correctly, there were like 75,000 snow geese and maybe like 12,000 tundra swans. Like this was a very popular stopover spot for the migration. I like the tundra swans. I got some pictures of them last year. Beautiful. 2 years ago. Damn. Oh, I'm not sure what an oyster catcher is, but wow, that sounds very aggressive. We should be able to fly into a flock of damn pigeons. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Everyone calls them sky rats, and yet, if you're flying a drone, then how dare you come anywhere near them? I mean, I don't want to hurt wildlife at all, and I don't really want to bother them or scare them either. But I mean, I have flown my drone like over a field and had deer come up to it and look at it like they were curious. So I don't know. Anybody get attacked by gnats while flying? Yeah, and that's the worst. But you can actually get them with the drone. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so, Brendan. There was something else I wanted to say about that video. Oh, Jug's life. For anyone who's been around here, I have played videos from Media Bridge in the past. He has a very cool channel, and he does some reviews, but he also does like some instructional type of videos. And so that video that he changed his name. That's why I bring it up. It used to be Media Bridge. Now it's Jug's Life. So when I first saw Jug's Life, and I've seen him in some of the live stream chats, I was like, oh, who's this? There's a new person, but it's not. It's Media Bridge. I played that video here where he did that like Inception type of thing where the video was twisting. I thought that was really cool. But I also have a little bit more from Jug's Life in a different category, tilt shift. Yeah, he does like instructional videos on that type of thing and shows you how to make them. And he's got a really good channel. Another one where I don't know if he's got the views that he deserves. Seals are very curious. See, I feel like intelligent animals are. I've done a lot of videos and pictures of horses. That's why I originally got my 107. I feel like it's 4 years ago. I was hired to do social media, mostly pictures for Instagram of a horse farm near here, like a 300-acre horse farm. So the horses were extremely curious about the drone. Like they would all come up in a line and look up like they were smiling for school picture. I thought it was adorable. It is called Jug's Life. I'm not sure. I don't think that's the reason, Gary, but yeah, Jug's Life. Okay, let me see. Oh, wait, something else I wanted to show you. Sort of like in the like whoa category. I just have a little itty bitty clip to show you, and I thought it was so cool. When I had played a video from Mad Max FPV, he said that he was so thrilled because he went on Google Maps and he found his actual tent from when he was camping. He found it on Google Maps, and I thought that was the coolest thing I've ever heard. Like, I was looking at Google Maps of my house fairly recently, like in the past few months, and I like looked up and down the road, and down the road I saw a figure, and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if it was me walking Jasper? But it wasn't. It was like the neighbor guy walking the dog that we call Bad Doggy, like Jasper's arch nemesis of the neighborhood. But yeah, he found his tent from his trip. He found his tent on Google Maps. And so the beginning of one of his videos, he shows it. And I just pulled that little clip so I could show you. My clip is not nearly as cool as his clip because his is the beginning of an awesome video, but also he does it to a great song by Talking Heads, Once in a Lifetime. So it's awesome on his channel. It's not as cool here, but I still wanted to show you. I was trying to keep it like copyright free tonight. So this is like less than a minute, but just look at Google Maps and look at the little tent. Wasn't that cool? Like, I would be so thrilled to see myself on like Google Maps somewhere. Like I said, I was excited. I was hoping that you could see me walking Jasper, but nope. Okay, let me see. I was talking about Jug's life. So maybe I should show, all right. He's in this one with, I've got time lapse and I've got tilt shift. Well, let me show you the tilt shift. I think it's cool. If you guys aren't aware, tilt shift is where you blur. Like you could just do it in post, but you blur sort of like what's closest to the viewer and what's farthest away, and it kind of gives this little Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood kind of a feel. Like, you know, in the beginning of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and the camera is almost like going over this cute little model town. It gives that kind of vibe, and I think it's very cute. It's done in this video that I pulled together, a compilation. It's done in a few different ways, and some adding some sound design, some not, but they're all pretty fun. So yep, I'm gonna pull out tilt shift. All right. Here we go. Weren't those cute? I think it's cool too, because like I was saying, you can do it in a few different ways. Like Alex Escardo combined his with a time lapse. He did time lapse and tilt shift, you know, and I think actually the one from Jug's life, those were also a little bit time lapse too, like everything was a little sped up. Caroline Tyler did them in like normal timing, but it still looked like just a cute little town. And she added in, a little sound design as well. So yeah, I felt like they were all done in a little bit different ways, but all really cute. Like, yeah, I saw Jim said Toy Town effect. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let me see. I am behind again. Yeah. Double. I thought that was funny, Lambo. Reminds me of Adult Swim. Oh, Philip left and he's back. Hello. And I saw Herman's here from Phantom Flight 101. Good to see you, Herman. Right, Fun for Vault, like that's something that I've been thinking I would like to try. I haven't done it yet, but I was thinking I would like to try to make a video like that. I showed some of those videos. I feel like it was almost a year ago on my channel, and I was like, I should try that. And here we are a year later. I haven't tried it yet. Right, Joe? I like it. I think it's very cute. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Exactly. I don't know. I feel like I got behind in what was being said. Oh, hey, Coach is here. Good to see you, Coach. All right. Wow. It's getting so late. I feel like I'm not going to get through all my categories. I better keep going. Okay. That was tilt shift. Did chases. Oh, maybe I am getting through them. All right. So kind of similar, but different. I pulled some time-lapse clips. Mostly from the drone, but a couple from the ground. Actually, Philip Kochat had some from the ground I really liked at the beach. So yeah, this category is time-lapse. Renta is good. I always enjoy time lapse because I feel like, well, I like to watch the clouds move, so that's number one. But also, like in Joe America is the first one. Like I like to watch the patterns of like traffic and boats. Like I like to see. I don't know. I like to see that movement. I find it very interesting and fun to watch. Let me see. Only 2 a.m. there, Jim? Oh, no. I forget. I forget how much of a time difference there is. Right? I like both of those effects. I do like the time-lapse effect, and I like the tilt shift. Actually, I feel like that's why I got myself a GoPro. One of the reasons is because I wanted to do time-lapse videos. And yeah, I remember when the workers were here working on my foundation on the house. I set up the GoPro in the backyard. they had like excavators and they were digging out all behind my house. And I thought that would be a cool time lapse. Well, I think I did get that video, and that's the last time lapse I will ever get on the GoPro, because that's when it overheated. I think I had it going for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, like not even that long. It's not like I left it out there for hours or anything. And it was in April. It wasn't like it was the heat of the summer, but yeah, like a 15-minute time lapse, and that killed my GoPro. It was pretty disappointing. Let's see. Oh yeah, Jim, you were in there. Actually, Jim did a few instructional videos on his channel. One of them was how to do that time lapse, and I thought his was beautiful. I thought the color grading was really nice too. That was a really nice clip, Jim. And the other thing Jim had, I don't remember if it was the same video. It was definitely around the same time, but Jim was doing an instructional on how to do like a dolly zoom, and that was awesome too. Jim has some good stuff on his channel. If you guys are not familiar, definitely, I hope you have subbed everyone that's in this chat, because these are all good people. You're welcome, Rude Dog. He always has great stuff. All right. I feel like I'm getting somewhere on all this editing I did. But like I said, I didn't finish. I still had more categories to do, and I kind of just wanted to kick off the award show. So I might have a few categories in the next week or two if I get to finish my editing. Oh, you're welcome, Joe America. I love that. I love seeing all that car traffic and boat traffic around the bridge. I thought that was really cool. It actually looked so, I don't know, frantic, frenetic. I don't know what the right word is, but that is how it is. You know, like you guys go now, you guys go now, you guys go. So yeah, that's all fun stuff. All right. I had another category on here that was kind of just for fun. I don't know. In the pet, like everyone knows, I'm kind of sometimes clipping things that I find funny, and one of the things that I clipped. Oh, hey, Eric Rose is here. Chat keeps going in and out for you. That's weird. Is the stream acting up, or but yeah, one of the things that I clipped, a few clips from this past year, was something that I called time warps, and it happened a few times, but I think I pulled 2 of them together so far. So maybe I'll show you what I have of time warps as of tonight. I think there's more to come. So this is just some kooky stuff from the other live streams, but this one is from Brant Ariels. He was doing a live stream. I think this was, it was in June. I think this was last June. He was doing a live stream, and Andy El Smeghead was on his show, and maybe, throwing back a drink or two. And I don't know, then Gary just started teasing him as if the stream had ended. Well, you just have to see. This is a little time warp that was created by Gary, and it turned out to be pretty funny.
Wow. Roll the outro.
Is this thing still on?
Yeah, no, we're not live anymore. So what'd you think?
Oh, okay.
Was that a good show?
That was a great show, yeah.
Yeah, we've ended now, so we're good.
Oh, have you gone off?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't realize. I just shouted roll the outro as just random.
We ran the outro. You saw the outro.
Oh, fucking hell, that was ages ago.
I know. The show's over. They're still in the chat. That's how good that show was.
I've got two tabs open. I've got the StreamYard tab with
Yeah.
the live audio, and I've got the YouTube tab afterwards. But,
Yeah. Oh, and now you're watching the replay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the replay.
It's confusing. No, that's on live. We're still live.
No, it's not.
No, we're not live.
No,
we
we've
not?
gone off. We went off after the outro.
No, I've just seen me wave on the live.
Yeah, what? Yeah, just.
We're
No,
still
that was
live.
on
We're
another.
still on YouTube. We haven't.
That's on replay.
You haven't clicked 10
This
streams
is
yet.
the behind the scenes lives.
Yeah, behind the scenes live.
No, we're still live. I'm watching on YouTube.
No, we're not live.
We're still live.
You need another drink, Andrew.
Yeah. You haven't had enough to drink.
If I disappear from the YouTube stream, then I'll know I was right.
Gary, why don't we pre-record next episode? So start the intro now, and we'll start for next show. Welcome to episode 71 of The Hour Before Thursday Night Live, June 22nd, 2023. Remember the rules. No laughing. Oh, sorry. No hitting the like button or sharing the stream. This is very private, and we don't want anybody else to know. And Brett from Lambo Drive Zambo has joined us.
Yeah.
But he hasn't clicked the link button to come on because we're not live anymore.
Yeah, we're not live anymore.
No. Still live? No, this is the June 22nd show, Brad. And our guest is Dominic from North.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the show, Andy.
You're still live, you muppets.
No.
Yes.
No, really?
On YouTube,
Really?
just
Yeah.
watch me saying, "Oh, well, if you're live, no, you're still live."
No, we're live on the 22nd.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
doing
we're
the-
live on the
How can you be
22nd.
live on the 22nd when you're live now?
We're doing the future show.
So yeah, Gary created his own time warp, just totally messing with Andy. And if I remember correctly, when his show did actually end, I think Andy went live right after that on his own channel, and he couldn't stop talking about like how like they were still live, but they didn't know they were live, and it was very funny. I think we heard that one in the car. And I went back and like grabbed it afterwards. Yeah, Lambo was there. Hey, Chris Hope is here. Good to see you, Chris Hope. Oh, you had Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell every once in a while. Jasper loves Taco Bell, but he's not really supposed to eat it. Yeah, I don't know. It was funny. So yeah, that was one of the time warps that I pulled just for fun. And now Lambo made me feel bad that I didn't finish with the other legit categories because he was in the night shots one. I'm sorry. Let me see. I feel like I'm not keeping up. Oh yeah, and I had Jim's comment up there. He's like, I feel like I'm lost in the time continuum. Oh, I know. The next time warp was on Uncle Bill's live stream, and it was just like a funny moment when Uncle Bill was there in the host seat, but he was also going mobile because Max was making him prove that his motorcycle wasn't leaking oil. So yeah, there was just a very quick minute. Oh, That last video I had named Gary Enters Another Dimension. This video I named A Tale of Two Uncle Bills.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm being a little. If anybody's looking for a motorcycle, we're going to sell one of the Yamahas.
Yamaha sucks. You got a Honda for sale?
I got a Harley.
That sucks even worse.
It's a wonderful bike. It's a lot of bike.
Yeah, at least oil, you can ride it. Bring us live on your mobile device. Let's see the stains in your garage.
This bike does not leak.
Let's
Just
see
take my word for it.
It leaked when it was new.
That's why you put cardboard down. Bill, do you have an oil leak?
He's muted over there.
Oh, whoa! What the heck?
Well, take us.
Whoa.
Bill, where's your walker?
Dad.
Right.
Bill, we need more light.
That was weird when there was two Bills, wasn't it?
Well, there's still two Bills.
No, but like he was in both screens on the same.
I've seen
The handheld Bill didn't look like Bill, did it? Because Bill was on the other screen. The handheld Bill is like, who is that?
Yeah.
Not a drop of oil. Not a spit. Not a drop. Nothing. Clean as a whistle. This bike's a good bike, baby.
Lick your fingers, Bill.
What the heck?
Just another silly time warp. It only lasted a second, but like for a second, and Donald was with me. It's like for a second there were two of them. I was like, whoa. And he thought one didn't even look like Uncle Bill. Good thing Andy didn't have a few Guinnesses in him. He would have left it. But see, I think he did, Philip. I think that's why Gary was kind of messing with him. And like he kind of wasn't like getting the joke. He just kept trying to convince them, no, you're still live. You're still live. That was a funny one, though. All right. So, do I keep playing categories? I feel like I'm going to save a few categories for next week. I didn't know if you were still here, Gary. That was funny. You were like right into it. You're like, oh no, now you're watching the replay. He didn't even like bat an eye. He was just right into the whole time warp thing. So, okay, so a few ideas I had. I'm going to write them down. A few ideas I had while I was talking to you guys. One is that I have a few more categories to make up. One of them being night shots. And I forgot what else I would. I feel like there were like at least 3, but maybe 5 more categories that I didn't have time to edit because I guess I just did it last night. Like I don't know. After work, I just felt like I could keep going and I just started editing and I was editing last night until like 1 a.m, I think, but I got most of it done. The old AMF owned Harleys were junk and leaked oil. Oh. Excuse me. That's funny. Okay, so I have a few more awards things to edit up. But then also, I wanted to talk about the rules. Like the conversation we started before. Like how, oh, my voice feels so funny right now. I'm sorry. I'm going to mute for 1 second. So, like we were talking about before, like some of the rules seem like they're not common sense and they shouldn't be in place. Like what rules do you think shouldn't be or regulations, whatever you want to call them. What should not be a regulation for drones, and how do we change it? Like, I really don't know how we change it. I mentioned earlier, I felt like one of the things I got out of, I think it was the Bot Grinder interview with Philly Drone Life, was that he felt like he was taking a stand against some rules that he thought were dumb. And it almost reminds me of, in old school when, was it Frank? Frank the Tank? Yeah, Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank was like, let's all run to the quad naked, and he's like, come on, we're all doing it. And then it's just him running naked to the quad on campus and like getting caught and stuff. Like I feel like maybe that's Philly Drone Life, like he was the only guy running to the quad. Like he thought others might join him, but it was just him and he got caught, I don't know. I don't know if I was picking up on that correctly, but so if his way of going about changing rules is not the way to go, like what is the way to go? I don't know. Like maybe I know some of these groups and coalitions that have been forming, like maybe that's the way to go. Like when like a large group of pilots gets together, and I don't know. I don't even know who you speak to. But I'm very curious what you guys think, like which rules are nonsense and how do we change it? Water flights. I know of some, I can see when you say that, I could think of some pretty risky water flights in videos that I've seen the past year. Yeah, it is Frank. It is definitely Frank. Should change that you're not allowed to crash into Karens. Yeah, certain soft targets should be allowed. That's probably true, Jim. Good night, Joe. Thanks for being here. I don't know if you know, Joe, but you won a membership like last week or the week before. You're actually a member of my channel. Yeah, I agree with that one for sure. His civil disobedience. Yeah, well, I kind of feel like maybe that's what he was trying to do, Quick Cat, but I think it backfired. It definitely backfired. But yeah, I would like to talk about which rules should change and how do we do it? Okay, that was something I thought of while we were watching. 1 kilogram limit instead of 250 grams. Yeah, I think the weight limit is, and it seems so arbitrary too. Like, when you have a mini drone, and if you use this battery as opposed to that battery, you need a module or you don't need a module. I think that's pretty silly. But oh, I agree with that one too, Jim, because I feel like if I've got my goggles on, and well, so here's the thing. I'm usually very aware of what's going on around me, whether I'm with people or not, but I feel like you hear the things that you need to be aware of. And I feel like you can see much better when you're in the goggles. But yeah, I feel like when I'm in the goggles, I almost feel like my other senses are heightened. Like I feel like I'm hearing really well, and I'm so paying attention to the sounds of any other kind of traffic in the air. And of course, again, you get the little notification, at least with DJI, you get, piloted aircraft incoming or whatever. So, but I say all that to say, I do feel a little disconnected if I fly from inside the car, like say in the winter. If I'm inside the car with the windows up, I have done it, but I do feel a little disconnected in that situation. I've gone flying in the winter where, like, I'm inside and I'm warming up my batteries on the air vents, you know, so they're getting heat. And then I get ready to fly and I get out of the car and fly because I feel like I feel like listening is even more important than having a spotter in certain situations. I feel like you have to listen for the air traffic. I don't know. So yeah, I have gotten out of the car just to make sure I am more aware of what's going on around me. But let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, what spotter? Yeah, that's true because it's all very clear on the screen. Oh, hey, Tanine, you're back. Let's follow UK and EU rules. I use drone views, see around me. I mean, I've heard that the new goggles, you're supposed to be able to kind of see through so you can see what's going on around you. I don't know if I quite understand it. I haven't been watching all the live streams the past week or two and like all the leaks were coming out, but you know where your drone is in the goggles. I see stuff long before my spotter. Agreed, because I've been in the air with the goggles on. I hear something, and I mean my initial reaction is always to just drop down and point the camera up. So like I drop down and I point the camera up, and yeah, I can usually spot something. But usually when I hear it, it's very far away. It's nowhere near where I am. Like I can't imagine. I really don't think it's possible to have a run-in with a helicopter. They're so loud. And I know it was in the news recently. Like I feel like it happened. And I feel like that's the stupidest thing I ever heard because they're so loud. You know that it's coming. Even though, I mean, air traffic is supposed to be above 500 and we're supposed to be below 400. So there should be no crisscrossing, but I have definitely seen it when I'm flying my drone over the river. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes there is helicopter traffic down low on the river. Sometimes it comes from West Point. Like we've seen a helicopter from West Point dropping off guys who are parachuting. And they're down low and like they're definitely down below my drone. But again, I hear them. I can think of one time, and I think it was this same particular day, where it felt like a helicopter kind of snuck up on us a little. It came up over the mountains, and I think I didn't hear it so great when it was behind the mountain. And then all of a sudden it came up over the mountain. But again, the second I hear one, I'm like, whoa, and I drop way down like as low as I could go. I've got footage of where my son and I had goggles on while I was filming it, and it appears a kid was stealing a jacket from us. See, that's the other thing with being aware, Coach. Like that is why I do like flying from inside the car. I like all of my equipment inside the car, my drone bag, my batteries, my cell phone, my purse, like all my stuff in the car, because there have been times where it hasn't, like there was definitely a time where I was flying from the car. I was in a park, a not well-used park. Like it was an empty park. And I was practicing. I was kind of new to FPV at that point. So I was flying down low. I was flying through trees. I was finding little gaps for myself. I was all happy. But I heard a car coming down the gravel driveway and I couldn't get back to the car fast enough. Like I had to see, like, is he coming up to me? Is he parking near me? Like that is one thing that like I was right nearby again, because I was just practicing little gaps and stuff. But if I was far away and I heard a car coming, I mean, hopefully I'm always in GPS mode. Like I think I'd have to just stop flying and take off my goggles and see what's going on. But that has felt sketchy in the past. That's one of the reasons I do like to be inside the car. Also, I've never been bothered by a Karen when I'm inside the car, because even if they see the drone, hear the drone, they don't know where it's coming from because I'm in the car. Like a little more stealthy, I think. Oh, take care, Mark. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Helicopter has a lot of range and will pop up. Yeah, that's what I kind of felt like had that happened that one time. It felt like it popped up from behind the mountain, and I hadn't heard it before. Unless you live by me, helicopters fly lower than 100 feet. Oh, and landing and taking off. Yeah. Busy areas with heliports and stuff. I was in an area like that in Baltimore. There was a heliport. It was completely legal to fly, but there was just kind of a warning that there was a heliport nearby. That was a little scary. And I think in a really busy, trafficy area like that, it would be definitely more wise to have a spotter with you, because like several times I heard a helicopter. Like I was trying to film, it was a Domino Sugar sign in Baltimore, and I was filming it and I heard a helicopter and I just dropped down and dropped down, looked around. Okay, I saw where he was. He actually was nowhere near me. Got back up. I'm trying to film the sign again, and then I heard a helicopter, and I just kept dropping my altitude, but it would have been helpful to know if it was going the other way, if it was nowhere near me, if it was not going to come in my direction. So I think the helicopters are the scary thing, but that is when it would be definitely better to have a spotter. I still feel like it's safe to fly without one. Up north, heli tours been like 300 feet. Yeah, I've seen that too. I've definitely seen that. Had a stare, please. Helicopter fly low and fast. Too fast for me to react. The chopper flew directly below my drone. That is scary. I had a similar situation. I was flying. Max was being my spotter, and he told me there was a plane flying low, like right above the water. I played that clip on the live stream before, and whatever kind of plane that was, I think, Alexis, she's a pilot. She said that plane was flying legally, and I was flying my drone legally. We were both flying legal flights, but I was up higher than this plane. It was a really strange situation. So yeah, it can get a little scary. I mean, mostly there are not busy skies where I live, so it's not something that I normally worry about. A few miles from Glasgow Airport, and I've had to bring my drones down for helis. But agree, you hear them a long way off. Normally, yes, like a long way off, like they're nowhere near you. How do they land from 500 feet? Well, see, it's funny because the helicopter traffic that I've seen in the city, like when we were just in Liberty State Park, they were all low, flying around the Statue of Liberty. Around here, around my house, because I am close to an airport, all of the helicopters are low because they are incoming. They're going to land at the airport. So yeah, it can get tricky with the helicopters for sure, especially around buildings. I didn't even have time to hit down on the toggle. That's scary. That's definitely scary. He winked at the camera, the guy that stole the jacket. That's really shitty. Oh, you're in Class G, so they don't belong there. Yeah, but see, I don't know. I don't know what the rules are, because I've seen them coming into land, but I am too close to the airport. I've also seen them patrolling when there was a CBD farm behind me, and when the airport limit was still at 2 miles. Now it's 5 miles from an airport, but when I first moved here, I was outside of that 2 mile circle. So I could lift up a drone here, But I did worry about helicopters a little bit, and I worried about the ones patrolling the CBD field because they were low over the field looking around. Let's see. Either sit in front of my case or hug it between my feet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust being out on the street with all the equipment. It's just too much stuff. It's too much money. 2 years ago, closest call I had. Yeah, that is scary. Joe, I have to highlight this one because it's long. I almost had 3 issues with helicopters 2 days ago because they came up with you fast from behind trees and you don't hear them until you see them. Oh, weird. I wonder if like they can sneak up on you when they're flying faster. I felt like the situation I was in that one time when they came up over the mountain, like the mountain definitely, they were low and the mountain blocked the sound, I feel. But maybe if they're flying fast, they can end up on you before you know it. That's a little scary. The small heli is hard to hear sometimes. Interesting. We're worried about raft jets doing their low flying up our locks. They go lower than the drone limit. Ooh, that's scary too. Yes, exactly, Herman. That's what's meant by situational awareness. I guess for the most part, for the places I have flown, I haven't had to worry about it too much. I do not have busy air traffic in the places that I fly, but I can definitely see as you get closer to, cities or busier areas or areas that might have heliports, like definitely it felt a little sketchy in Baltimore. And that was a situation where I think a spotter is definitely necessary. Definitely busier areas, I think you do want a spotter. Oh, you remember that one where the plane was down lower than my drone? That was scary. Well, that's, I think when they're coming down or if, you're anywhere near a heliport. And besides that, I guess I don't really know the rules because I feel like when they're flying up the river and they're so low, I feel like that's not legal. They're like in my airspace. I don't know. Situational awareness doesn't matter when they come in hot from behind trees. Yeah, they can sneak up on you. I have had it happen. That one time, it definitely did. Watch out for cranes. Yeah, exactly. If you can't see it, you don't have it. Oh, you don't have situational awareness? Well, I guess then, though, the other question, Herman, would be like, was that helicopter flying legally? I don't know because I always check. Well, so like when I was in Baltimore, I knew it was sketchy because there was a heliport right nearby. But in the place where Joe Marico is flying, they're coming in low. They're coming from behind the trees. Is that something that's on the sectional charts? Is that something he could have checked, been aware of, known about, or was that helicopter being rogue? Like, I don't know the situation, but you wonder if it was your plants. Depends on if they taxi in along the ground or drop horizontally. Yeah, see here, as they come into the airport nearby me, they come in right along the trees. So it does make sense that for this area, for this airport, it does make sense that they changed it to 5 miles out. Because again, I used to be able to lift off from my house, but I do recall dropping down very quickly more than once with my Phantom 4 because I heard a helicopter coming and it was getting louder and louder. And I was like, oh God, that sounds low. But yeah, they do always come in low here, not that fast, but definitely low, like lower than I would have a drone. So I don't obviously since they changed that rule, I don't fly here at my house, but I think it would be, I don't like feeling worried when I'm flying. So I don't know. I don't like those sketchy situations. You can't have it completely until you either hear or see the heli. Yeah. Yeah. Situation awareness has nothing to do with what you can hear coming. Well, I mean, I think it's a combination of everything. I always have my ears open because I think that is one of the ways you are aware of your situation and what's around you and what's happening. But checking the maps, knowing your location, knowing what's nearby that you might fly towards. Like maybe you lifted off from a completely legal spot, but you're flying towards, a sketchy, busy, air trafficy type of area. I think situational awareness has a lot to do with kind of like everything. Know where you are, know what's nearby. If it's a busy area, I would say have a spotter. It is the way to go. But also listen. I mean, you don't want to ignore, cues to your environment. But for helicopters especially, and the small planes, there's a lot of small airports around here. And so it's completely legal to fly a drone. But you just have to be aware that there are small airports in the area and there could be a low flying small plane coming in. So I think it all works together. Let's see. Oh, yeah, same kind of thing. Choppers and planes dropping into the Snake River Canyon. Yeah, I've definitely seen them navigating up the river here, but also just not just using it for navigation, but also it seems flying too low, I would think. I was 120 feet. One came behind a taller building to land. I was turning when I spotted just above and maybe 200 feet away from me. Yeah, that's scary. But see, I think in the city it is a little scarier just in general. There's way more air traffic. I could not believe how much air traffic I saw around the Statue of Liberty. Oh, right. Do a sunrise or late at night to avoid them. Yeah, I did that once too. I got up super, super early before the helicopters were taking off in this one spot I wanted to fly. Ron Lockwood buzzed my flight zone once, downtown Minneapolis. Really? It's funny. More chance of another drone in your area and possible crash. I have definitely seen other drones in the air. That has absolutely happened. And it's almost like, I don't know, it's like you want to fly up and say hello, but then like you don't want to freak them out. I wear noise canceling headphones because the planes and the helicopters are a distraction. Come on, Gary. Situation awareness is what you can see around your drone, not what you can see out of the camera sight. It is what is going on around your drone. Not what you can see out of the camera sight. Okay, so you're saying situation awareness would come from your spotter looking at your drone in the sky and seeing if there is anything around it. If you're a goggle flyer or if you're flying yourself, keeping it in visual line of sight and I guess, I don't know, keeping an eye on it yourself. But see, I always felt a little torn because like I want to look at the screen. I'm trying to get a video. I'm trying to get a picture. You look up and check, but then you're down at the screen again. I don't know. I feel like I feel more control with goggles on. I really do. Oh no. There was a hospital helipad when I was in Nashville. Now that was scary. Those helicopters were in and out so much. Like I just wouldn't even fly there. I wanted to go up and get night shots around the Parthenon in Nashville, but the hospital and the heliport were like right there, and it was just too busy. I think I went up a little, and then I was like, nope, and I came right back down. It just didn't feel safe. Good night, Jim. Thanks for being here. Oh, look at how nice, Donald. I'm just outside 5.6 kilometer range of airport, so tons of planes. Yeah, it's very busy around here too. Like, I like it though, because I like to watch the C-17s. I like when they go straight over the house. Occasionally there's just like cool planes coming out of the airport, and I really like it. I did enjoy when I could lift off from the house and catch like a sunset or whatever, but I still love the planes going overhead. And when they had the air show from that airport, that was even more fun because then everything was going over the house. You know, the jets, like everything. That was really fun. Oh, it's in part 107 about situation awareness. I feel like I'm due to take my recurrent. I'm actually lapsed a little bit. Like I have to. Oh, limited, yeah. It's like I like having the airport nearby, but there's pros and cons. But yeah, I feel like I need to actually brush up on the rules before I take my recurrent, because I feel like things have changed, and also maybe I'm just a little rusty. Like I'm going to brush up on everything. And I know everyone swears by all of these prep courses and whatnot, but when I took my 107, I studied from the FAA booklet that's online. That's all you really need. That's what's on the test. The one thing I did do though is I watched like a free YouTube video about it, which was helpful in having some things just like a little bit more explained, I guess. But for the most part, I just read the FAA booklet cover to cover, and that was how I studied for the test. But yeah, I feel like it's time to definitely brush up before I take my recurrent. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. You said it's on the tush, but I figured you meant it's on the test. Oh, you don't have too many large buildings? Yeah, I don't either, but we do have some pretty tall mountains. So there's a mountain nearby where I stayed just above the tree line and just went all the way up to the top of the mountain and then turned around and came down, really just above the tree line. But I think I ended up at like 670 feet. So, so yeah, it's like from the takeoff point, it said I was 670 feet up, but from the ground level at that point, I mean, I was probably only 75 feet up, you know, because I just like skimmed up the trees all the way up the mountain. I was flying in a cotton field and was spied on by a Black Hawk from the army base 10 miles away. Ooh. We can feel however we want. It's clearly defined by the FAA. Yeah. And I mean, I feel that we should follow the rules. I feel like it's like when rules don't make sense, you want to push back on them, but I feel like that's not being a bunch of rule breakers probably isn't going to get anything changed in our favor. So I do feel like you need to follow the rules, and put a remote ID module on your drone, and fly where you're supposed to fly. Don't fly where you're not supposed to fly. Like I feel like we're not going to get things changed by being rule breakers. So unfortunately, again, I don't know how to get improvements, and I feel like different coalitions have been working on different things, but in the meantime, I do feel like we have to follow the rules. Otherwise, it's probably just a bad look for all of us. I'm a student of something once. It's in my description, and they let me in to watch the vids. Oh, okay. So you signed up for one of the courses. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. If you can, it probably keeps you studying and keeps you on task until you take that test. I just felt like all the information was free, so I went the free route. The speed limit is 50, but we all go 60. Common. Well, that's true too. And so, yeah, I feel that too, Jim, because it's like, okay, like with the 250-gram drone, like with that rule, and if you use a certain battery, now you're slightly over, and all your rules change. Like that does feel silly. Like we're allowed to fly, 400 feet is the limit. Like, what if you looked down at your iPad, or if you just checked in your goggles real quick and you said, oh my God, I'm at 405, and like you shoot back down into 400, like you did just break the rule. Should you be fined? Should you go to jail? I mean, I think we should all try to stay within the rules, and I don't know. It sucks because I wish it could just be a common sense thing, which common sense would tell you to stay below 400. But oh, good night, Brendan. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I mean, obviously the rules are pretty cut and dry, and the fact that you could get fined for each infraction of a rule, that kind of speaks to how the laws are viewed. It's like you have to stay within the regulations, or you could get a fine. Common sense and safe flying. Yeah, yeah, I wish it could be that. But if it was that, if there were no regulations whatsoever, and we were all just out on our own to use our common sense, there's always people who won't. There's always people, like you've seen the videos on YouTube where there is a drone up in the air filming the takeoff of a plane, or a helicopter is right nearby. Like, it's like it would be great if that was, all we needed to say was, hey, everybody, fly safe, don't hurt anybody. But there's always people that are going to not just be like a little outside the rules, like they're going to be way outside, and they're going to be stupid. And that's where rules come from in the first place. 60 is the ticket speed, but you can go 57 or 50. Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely one of those times where people push it a little bit. But I do know someone who got a ticket for being like 4 miles over the speed limit. It's a limit. If someone wants to be a ball buster, they'll be a ball buster. Yeah, there's always a few bad apples, but I feel like everyone wants to say the regulations are stupid, but it's like it's those bad apples, like they could really hurt somebody, because you're talking about, like, especially when it comes to other air traffic, like, if there are people up in the sky, you don't want to do anything that would endanger them in any way. Always a few bad apples. I do 60 till I see black and white. I could be a bad apple. You're probably not. You probably just talk like you're a bad apple. So, all right, so I have my little list. I just looked at my timer and I've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I played a lot of videos though, so I didn't lose my voice like I normally would for being on 2 hours. But let's wait until somebody gets hurt, then regulate. Well, see, that is the other part, is that, you know, I feel like there's probably more rules than there needs to be because no one's gotten hurt. Has anyone gotten close to a bad situation? Because I can say that back in the day when we first started flying, we did. Well, this is the difference in like technology though, right? Because when we first started flying, we flew toys. Stupid toys. Like if you have a drone that has GPS, I feel like you probably don't need any of these rules or most of them. But back then, flying a toy on a Sunday morning, late morning, flying this toy and it loses connection and it drops out of the sky into a church parking lot. And it was a Phantom, kind of a knockoff drone. The name of the company is slipping my mind, but it was a decent size. It was like I can't do it there. It was like a Phantom 4 size of a drone, and it fell out of the sky because it was a stupid ass like toy drone, lost connection, fell into a parking lot, like bam, probably made the loudest noise onto the parking lot, and people were pissed. And they should be, right? Because someone could have been hit in the head with that thing when it dropped, and maybe it wouldn't have killed anybody. It could have. I mean, if it hit somebody on the head, it could. So, like, I want to say that all the rules are stupid and stuff, but I feel like it depends on the technology now. Not that you can bend the rules because you have good technology. I'm just saying that, I don't know. I met Tammie. I met Max. I now follow the rules. Did we like influence you in some way? BS. You all are still here. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I'm wrapping up, but oh God, what did Doug Sisk say? Stay in school and obey the rules. That's our man, Doug Sisk. All hail. Mind your own business, Doug. Never. The only bad situation I've had is crashing into branches, a tree on the water. Never hurt anyone. Yeah, I feel like toys could hurt someone. I do. The DJI drone, more than once, I have seen this. Different drones, but all DJI drones, they have come disconnected, lost signal. The screen in the goggles is black. Don't know what happened. Did it drop out of the sky? No, it's hovering. It hovers for a certain amount of time and then it flies back to you. Like, it's like a nice little puppy. It's just coming back. So that kind of technology, I feel, doesn't need to be so regulated, I guess. But of course, it's all going to fall into the same bucket. So it doesn't really matter. Hey, good to see you, Chris. Thanks for being here. What? I don't know what that was in reference to. Yes, you get what you pay for. But you know what? Back then, I didn't even know. Well, we didn't know anything about anything. Like, drones seemed cool, and we bought them off of the internet. I bought some from a hobby shop, and they were all toy grade. Like, they didn't have GPS or anything. There was no safety anything. And Yeah, at some point or another, they all got taken away by the wind and dropped into parking lots. And oh, there's one right there. That's basically what I learned on that toy right there. What I like about toys is that you learn to fly. You don't have GPS backing you up. The wind blows, you gotta, you gotta correct for that. You're constantly correcting, and I feel like you're learning to control the drone. Whereas if you start with a GPS drone, it's flying itself. You're just, directing it a little bit. So I do like toys for that. But I was very happy when we figured out how much better drones could be. It was like a great discovery when we got Phantom 4 drones. Oh, almost 3:00. Oh, good night, Jim. Thank you for being here. That did happen to my Air 2S, but over the water, yeah. I've always had them come back. You had to bring up Puppy. What's wrong with Puppy? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is there some kind of bad news I don't know about? Gary? Shit, man. Shit, man. Am I in trouble? I brought up Puppy, and that's bad. Oh, the drone's falling out of the sky. Yeah. Toy drones. Toy drones. We used to fly, and then we'd lose signal, and they'd drop, and we'd like be running 2 blocks over trying to figure out where they dropped. That one there is just a light little piece of plastic. Like, I really don't feel like that one dropping would hurt anybody. But the other one, which was a Phantom knockoff, I feel like that was a pretty heavy drone to drop out of the sky. What a waste of money. Because, like, 240 here, 250 there, 250 there. We could have had a DJI drone much sooner. We just didn't know. My toy drones always crash due to a light wind. Yeah, that's all it took. That's all it took. Oh, Mr. Sky had a premiere. Well, I missed your premiere, but I'll come and check out your video. I'll definitely come and check it out. Lost connection and return to home failed. Ooh, damn. Oh, bad news. My boy Mac died Monday. He's a good boy. Oh, Gary, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't know if there's anything worse, to be quite honest. I mean, really, I think, geez, now I think about it, I feel like it was Donald. I feel like it was Mudball. He said every dog is just a tragedy waiting to happen, which is the most horrible thing I've ever heard, and absolutely true. Why are you looking at me? It's like he heard me talking. He's like, Mom feels sad, and I know it. You just got up to see Mom. He picks up all my vibes. I'm very sorry, Gary. That's horrible news. Nothing. What, baby? Do you want to get up in Mom's chair? I'm gonna wrap it up. Do you want to come up here with Mom? No, he's too tired. He's like, why aren't we in bed? Lost link is also clearly defined by the FAA on what to do. Well, I mean, I know what happens. DJI comes back and toy drones do not. They definitely don't. But see, that's the other thing. Okay, we went out and got toys. That's what we started with. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't even know what the rules were. We never flew very far away because the things were crap and the wind would take them. I mean, the second you get too far away and there's a little breeze, like, bye-bye, they were gone. We had probably these drones here littered all over the rooftops of the town we used to live in. But here we are going out, buying toy drones. Again, we don't even know there's rules. How how would anyone know? Like, I've always thought, like, like, let's just say you got a DJI drone, brand new. You got it for Christmas. You got it for your birthday, whatever. You got it for yourself. Shouldn't there be like a little note in the box that just says, hey, go on to this website, register your drone, go to this website, learn the rules. Like, there's rules for flying this thing. I feel like there are people who get these things and put them in the air and they're not even aware of all the other stuff. Like, and how would they know? I don't know. How would they know? Oh, I know, right? Like, Jasper should come up here. Hey, baby, come here. He might be too tired. Now he's just laying there, but he is looking at me. Do you want to come up on Mom's chair? Everybody wants to see you. Come here and then I'll get off. Come on. Come on up. Come on up. There he is. Get up there. Get up there. He's tired, but he did it. Which way you gonna be? Over that way? There he is. You want to say hi to Mom's friends? See, his gray hair is very much hidden in his nose, but you can tell by the eyebrows. Show everybody your white eyebrows. See? That's how you know he's an old man, but otherwise he looks like a puppy. His birthday is coming up, April 12th. Do you know how old he's going to be? My baby? My little baby? He's going to be 15. So, yeah, you're my very good boy. I know. He's totally telling me it's time for bed. He's laying down in my chair right now. He's like a little lumbar pillow. Right, Herman? Because really, even with the toys, like, we didn't know. We went out and got, I've told the story, Max and I went halvesies on a Phantom 4. We were sharing it. We didn't know. We didn't know anything. Like, I feel like we didn't know anything until probably when Max got into FPV and he was building drones, and he was going to like Bardwell's channel, learning stuff over there, learning how to build, learning how to fix. He's the one who found like drone community online. And if it wasn't for that, like, I don't know if I would have known about any of this. Like, it's not like it comes up on the news or in a newspaper. Hey, if you got a drone for Christmas, make sure you take your trust test. Like, I don't know how I would know any of this stuff if I hadn't found the YouTube community online. Like, I just don't know. How does anyone find out? It's like we're in a secret society over here, but everyone's supposed to know about us, but they don't. Let's see. Chris said, never had a problem with a DJI drone until I crashed my DJI Mini SE into Pedro's crotch at south of the border. You know what? I kind of remember you talking about that, Chris. And it was funny because we had a run-in with Pedro, I think the year before. Pedro may have sustained a little damage from a visit we had. Which, like, he's probably been there for 50 years, and now there's drones slamming into him. Like, he's been safe and sound at south of the border for like at least 50 years, and now all of a sudden everyone's flying their drones around, and he's probably getting like a couple more like hits to the head, hits to the crotch. They are here, but require us to find them. It was totaled. Oh, so you broke your drone. See, a carbon drone breaks Pedro. Got a video on my channel I called Pedro's Revenge. Oh, no. Oh, they told you at Best Buy. See, that's interesting. That's interesting because at least they're doing their part to try to help people out. But what if you bought it off of the internet? What if you bought it from eBay? I think our initial Phantom 4 was purchased online, and then when I decided I wanted my own Phantom 4, I bought that from a different website. It was like jet.com or something like that. But yeah, I just, I think most people shop on the internet now. Not too many people go to stores anymore. I saw some kind of post somewhere about like all these like brick and mortar stores that are closing. I really think I think that they were already on their way out, but then I feel like COVID was kind of the nail in the coffin for like malls, stores. Because I know like my mother hasn't gone to a store in like forever. She is the Amazon queen. But yeah, so if you buy your drones off the internet, which I'm sure most people do, I don't know. I just always wondered like how you're supposed to know. Good night, Richard. Lots of people don't know. That's what I think too. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up because this guy is starting to walk around. He's being a little antsy now, so it's probably time to go outside for the last pee of the night. Thank you all for being here with me tonight. I appreciate you. I hope you will come back and hang out next week at 10 o'clock. Best Buy's on the way out too. And that's the one place I will go when I'm looking for certain electronics. Because sometimes I want to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about. What are you doing, baby? You can't get comfortable. But so that's a shame because I feel like they're like a resource, when you go to Best Buy. Hopefully the person working in the department is someone who knows something about the thing. Are you going to hop down? Okay. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here. Hope to see you next week. And take care.